everybody, my name's Ardendress, and welcome back to the Dragon Block C mod pack. Last time, we made this as a new double-sided lightsaber with some pieces we acquired from our first Sith temple we actually found over in the desert, because I did some exploration before we started up. So we now have this thing. It's very cool. And then from there, we started up fighting through the android saga for real this time. It was rough, but eventually we beat 19 and 20 after growing a little bit stronger and training for a bit. And then we had to fight 18, who also kicked our butts a few times, but eventually we managed to get past her as well. And now we're stuck on Sal. Yeah, the Android Saga, every single fight is a fairly powerful jump from the previous one. But, as you can tell, I am currently in Kaioken mode. I've been having this on as I travel, trying to up its mastery level. So Kaioken is almost at max. Actually, it might be worth it. I'm so close. Let's turn it off for now, so I'm not wasting all of my health and all of my good food. Because I am down to 12 pieces of steak, and then the only food I have left at that point will be some will be dino meat. So I started cooking up some potatoes as well, because I figured they're pretty renewable, and they're okay enough. It's a lot easier to gather a whole bunch of potatoes than to gather a whole bunch of animal meat. Although I could just go rob some camps. I've just ignored so many of these little camps like this, but they have so much good food in them. You know what? Growing all those potatoes is not really worth it. I'm just gonna go rob some camps at some point. I might just do that now. But anyways, between episodes, I think I've done the recap pretty much. I just went back to the desert where we found our first Sith temple. Right here. And I just started filling this out. I had just done like the very outlines of it, but I just explored all the deserts in this region and found a pretty decent number more Sith temples. They're all exactly the same. They just have slightly different loot in them, so I didn't showcase all of them. But if we look back in here, we once again have every single piece. I found a new Juggernaut one, which is the only one we were missing at the end of last time. And I found the rest of the focusing crystals. Literally all the rest of the focusing crystals. I wasn't sure if I was missing one, but that's it. So, prismatic, compressed, cracked. Cracked is cool. It makes it all like wiggly. It's a cool design thing. But inverted is probably my favorite though. But anyways, I found all of those. Then I found 3 lightsabers. Let's actually just put them on here. All of them have the red. Since they're all Sith lightsabers, they're all red lightsabers. Which I also found 3 crystals and some of the more rare crystal colors as well. How do I make the display things again? I need 2 more of them for the others I found. Okay, it's just some... What am I looking in there for? Leather is in my backpack. Also, I had found enough diamonds to upgrade. So I'm going to need 4 pieces of you, and then I'm going to need to make some sticks. I just do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, just get to showcase all of these. 1, 2. Doop and doop. Lightsaber stands. Bop and bop. So I found this one. It's probably the coolest looking of the bunch. Then we have this one. It could look kind of cool, but it's also kind of weird, especially with that weird cap that doesn't match any of the rest of it. These are definitely mismatched lightsabers, just a whole bunch of random pieces. And finally, this one's kind of cool. It's a very Imperial, like half of it is the Imperial system. Imperial system? No, half of it is the Imperial style. Then it just randomly has that fulcrum thing. This is the coolest looking of the bunch. The rest are kind of weird. Even this one's a little bit weird. That cap doesn't really match the rest. But, yeah, I do like the random lightsabers you can just find scattered about. They're pretty cool. And then technically I could make a disassembly unit and just steal their kyber crystals, or their... I think these are called kyber crystals, right? Or they're called lightsaber crystals in here, but in-universe they'd be Kyber. So yeah, those are just some cool stuff I found along the way. I think that's about it, other than a whole bunch of circuitry and a whole bunch of diamonds, because they're pretty common in Sith temples. No idea how much I got as far as experience goes, not enough to do anything with it. Although we did find out that the stun from the lightsaber mod is actually pretty cool. It works pretty effectively. Right now it's only a 2-second thing, so it doesn't stun the DBC enemies for very long. But while it has this enemy stunned, it can't swing at me. So if I can get that to, like, I think the max one's either 6 or 8 seconds, that's a pretty sizable margin where every second of the fight could get you killed. So that we're definitely getting a lot of experience into that ability once I start gathering a bit more. Only problem is if I don't get it and then I die because I don't have it, I end up losing my progress towards getting it though. So it's definitely a little bit of a brutal system in that sense. But anyways, I think with that we're good for what happens today, which is to say trying to beat Cell. Thankfully, right before I actually started recording, you can sort of see it up in the top left right there, I got Legendary back. Like, literally, as I was getting ready to hit start recording, the little green symbol pops up in the top left. It's pretty nice timing. Pretty convenient timing, honestly. Like, it's... If I was viewing it and I said, yeah, that might have been planned, but no, it wasn't. It is very nice. So we are back up to our full 3.2. What is our max if I do this? I'm 100% sure I cannot maintain this for more than a few seconds. But if I go Kaioken times 4, which is our new maximum... 1, how long can I maintain it? And 2, what is my max power? Max power at 5.6 times. Each tick is 400? Or 350, or 320, or something like that. That's not too bad. Well, I can maintain times 4 Super Saiyan at 5.6 times. Hold on, let's head to the Cell Arena real quick. Also, we figured out we can use lock-on as well with caps. Gets Dino Meat and Senzu Bean ready. Eat a Dino Meat. And start the fight. Kaioken times 4. I'm doing 1800 damage at this point. That is pretty nice. It helps if I'm actually fighting properly, though. Okay. That's... okay. Cell's dead. That... How was I able to maintain that for so long? I don't think I should have been able to. That was not draining as much as it felt like it was last time. Well, I did give myself a decent chunk more con at the end of last time, but only a small boost to other stats, so maybe that was it. Although I'm legendary now, so my stat boost is bigger, and therefore I should get a bigger drain from Kaioken? Huh. That felt weird. I don't... That was way easier to maintain than it realistically should have been. I have no idea how that worked. But oh well. I'm not going to complain too bad. 60, 70 turns to 7120. Nice. Anyways, fight Cell. Cell said he will cease fire until you get stronger. Where are the other androids? Okay, so... yeah, we beat Cell there. That was weak Cell. Cell only gets stronger, but to continue the story, we now head back to the rocky biome. And break the game? You feeling good, game? One moment. Okay, that took a moment for some reason. Anyways, we're in Dirty Stone biome. We now must fight these two. 16 wants to protect 17? It looks like number 16 is stronger than number 17. What is his purpose? Uh-oh. We're in danger. These two are going to be tough customers. If possible, I would like to avoid just Kaioken times 4 eating my way and just completely butchering everything. Because I ate a Senzu bean during that last fight. I would like to win most fights without eating one. But that was because I saw how powerful we were and how well we were doing, and started misplaying it severely. Let's... Oh, no, not Kaioken. Let's start just going super. I want to see how well we can do with that. Legendary Super Saiyan. Our battle power still is in 9,000. Hold on, do I do anything? What is it? It's in... Oh, that's server config. Is it this one? There's an option somewheres in here to change battle power to normal or high, which basically just lets me have a battle power of 28 million. Just because, basically. We're gonna... Let's put that back down to normal. Makes a bit more sense. But, let's see. 16 and 17. Do they instantly start fighting? No. They are both more powerful than Cell. This is the part of the story where everything actually gets stronger every time. In some of the previous fights, that was not the case. Okay, my barrages now do 200. That's a decent chunk. Also, using lock-on against two opponents at once is probably not a great idea. Ow. Yeah, I tried to hit 17 and missed, and then 18 or 16 rather punched me in the face and did a lot. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, I just lost that. I lost legendary again. I need more battle power. I need more ki. Look at my ki. I took like 2 hits and instantly lost everything I have. I'm gonna use up all the rest of my food to make it better. So, go away. Stats-wise, what do we need? Clearly we need more ki. So, 10 points into spirits. Dexterity? Con. 5 points into con, just get that to 140, I guess. Dexterity to 175, willpower to 115? It's a start, there's no way that's actually enough. I'm gonna end up training again. Hold on. I sort of forgot about a thing, didn't I? I technically have an easier way to train than I've been using. I just need to go grab a Slash Blade real quick. Actually, I should have everything I need to make a Slash Blade. I just need a singular opponent to hit once. I might as well. That will just make training even faster than it already is. It takes me about 30 seconds to get, like, 5,000 experience right now, or 5,000 TP. I just need to go find something. Let me grab my crafting table so I don't forget it. A singular foe gets hit in the face once. That's all I need. Zombie friend, you'll do. Or spider, you get hit instead. Anyways, I now have a sword missing 1 experience. Or 1... not experience. Why do I keep wanting to say experience? What is it called? Durability. Words are hard. So let's turn this into a Slash Blade. No, I can't use that block. 1 second, let me go grab a couple of regular logs. Okay, Slash Blade acquired, and we can just turn this into a Sharpness White real quick, so that I don't have to build another one, basically. Sharpness White, when it breaks, will break the blade, but I don't lose the blade, like I would if it was Anonymity. Anonymity would. Or, I have no idea how you pronounce that. Anonymity is a pretty difficult word for some reason. But anyways, we now have sharpness white. I'm curious about this. It took us maybe 5 minutes to get up to 30,000 TP. That's being very, very ungenerous, basically. Like, I'm almost 100% sure it wasn't even that long. So, if I grab out my training weights, put these on, starting at 682. 1, 2, 3, 4. 682. 678. I just got 8,000 in like 10 seconds. Okay. Actually, this training pod is not well made for training against the shadow dummies because they go up too high. And this uses up so much more stamina, so I have to end up waiting for a while. Actually, hold on. If I'm slashing, I can get up closer without getting hit in return. So... And... where am I at? 16,000. So it's definitely faster. It's just not sure how much faster it is in comparison. It's because I did not build this training pod for this in mind. How would I go about making a training pod for shadow dummies? I would need them to have something to hit their heads on there. But I would also need something to get them into that position so they can't go up higher than that. I'm not entirely sure. Basically put a roof on this place, and I should be able to continue hitting them no matter what. That's probably the best way to do it. So let me get to work on that. I'm going to upgrade this slightly better so I can use the slash blade. And see if I can get this to be even more efficient, because we already got 30,000 in like a minute. So 1 sec. Never mind. The most efficient way to train on shadow dummies is without training weights and out in the open where they can just stay in the air eternally. I am now up to like 80,000 TP. I have gone overboard. I am up over 100,000 TP. Hold on. What if I go? I'm up at 50% 50% power right now even. So I'm not even getting the most TP I possibly could because you get more at 5%. And I definitely went a little bit more overboard than I wanted to. But I tend to be pretty sparing with how much TP I use anyways. So almost 200,000 TP. We're going to be good for a little bit. Good to know. That's the best way to train. Okay. That was not my intention, but it happened. So, where am I going to put these? 30 points into spirit. Just to give me a little bit more key to work with. 10 more points in con. There's the rest going. Whole bunch in mind and just top off a few more skills, maybe? That's an option. Let's put 50 in mind. I am going way more overboard with this than I had originally meant to, but I'm kind of having fun with it. Key infuse, meditation, key fist. 1 point in all of these, 3 points in a key boost. Or just max out key boost. Let's just max out key boost. It's a subtle difference, like it gives me an extra 600 key or something like that. 800 at max level. Okay. What's the math on that? The math on that changed than when we did it last time. So it's not amazing maxing out key boost, but it is a pretty sizable chunk. It's at least 10%. Anyways, I just boosted my skills a decent chunk. And I boosted my defense and offense based on skills. I have a decent chunk more spirit and a decent chunk more constitution, which is health and stamina. What else would I need? Do I just give it a shot as is? I don't want to go too powerful at one time. So let's head back to Rocky Biome. Make sure we're actually at 100% and then actually get our inventory managed. We are going to be weaker boost-wise than we were last fight because we just lost Legendary to them. And my Senzu Beans, there. Okay. Super Saiyan. BP is only 60 or only 7,600 now. We're still gonna give it a shot, though I'm not expecting great things from this fight. I'm doing like 12,000 a hit, and I can take 2. Oh, I only used up half my ki after taking 3 or 2 or 3 hits this time at least. Can I? I don't think I can block with a lightsaber. That's a bit rough. I'm dead. Okay, so if I had eaten this Senzu bean there, I could have kept it up, and then I could have started using Ki Blast. I'm using up so much more Ki now. These fights get very tough. Like, it kind of seems like it wants me to go Super Kaioken to beat a lot of these. Which, I mean, I could. We saw I can maintain it for at least a little while. Strength up to 140, or 141. Dexterity up to 180. On up to 160, 170. Willpower up to 130. That's probably not enough. These small little boosts here and there, I prefer playing that way, but I usually have to go a little bit more than I expect I need to. I'm running out of food. I'm gonna go raid some camps real quick, get a bit better food, like a whole bunch of stacks of steak and whatnot. And while I'm out and about, I'll think about where I want to put some more stats. We're probably gonna give this one more try, as is. But we're gonna need more somewhere, so I'm just not sure where. Okay, so I just cleared out a singular camp for now. It had 1 stack of basically every good food source, so I just stuck with that for now. I'll move over let's move over to steak instead of the chicken. That's a bit better. I probably should have just ignored everything that wasn't steak or pork chops, because those are the best foods. And pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie shares that space. But I think I'm going to give this one try with the stats you already saw me put in. Could try grade 2. But like I still need to go train grade 2, and it's not that big of a boost. Maybe I should go train grade 2 just to see. It wouldn't take me too long. I would just need to go find a group of zombies as soon as nighttime comes around. Who knows? I forgot an important thing. I forgot Key Scythe. I'm not sure if that would have helped me win those fights earlier, but it's something at least. 17 gets hit. I did almost 16,000, or 15,500. Yeah, 1,500, not 1,000. 15,000 would be a lot more than it is, than I am doing. Almost 200 per key barrage. That's pretty decent. Sapphire Blast is... Oh, it's going to do over 1,000. Over almost 2,000 even. As long as I can hit it. I put lock on the wrong button. I put it on caps lock, which is almost impossible to properly hit at times. Okay, so he is getting a bit dangerous. I'm just misplaying this fight severely, basically. I need to be more strategic. I can't just run and punch the whole time. That does not work. Oh, bad time for my nose to start itching. He is getting dangerous. Okay, I can do this. I just started. Oh, I'm done. Yeah, Spirit needs to hit like 250. We do not have enough ki. Just pump 50 points into Spirits. There's something. And then we're kind of not doing enough damage, but we're also but we're also not taking, but we're almost also taking too much damage. No, it's a weird point where we're kind of in this weird in between where I need to do more damage while taking less damage, which is a lot of points scattered about. Do I just go ahead and max out my like meditation, key fist, all of these things? Like if I max out key infuse and key fist, I'll do a decent chunk more damage. And if I max out key protection and endurance, I'll be able to take a whole lot less damage. The problem is still key though. Um You know what? I might as well just max out all my skills. I'm going to need all 50 of those key at some point. You know what? A singular zombie up on top of the lookout will not be able to get me very quickly up to 50 if I want to max out grade 2. Let me go for a quick fly around. It shouldn't take me too long to find a decent chunk of zombies. And then I just need to go grade 2 and keep getting hit in a hole, basically. Did I lose the other one? I think I lost the other one. Come on, friends. 3. There's the 1. Where did my other zombie friend go? Hello. Come on. Now I should probably start actually going up, shall I? Grade Super Saiyan 1. Super Saiyan Grade 2. It starts charging up something even though I don't have access to anything more. But Super Saiyan Grade 2. Come on, get in the hole, please. There we go. So, yeah, I've been getting hit for about 10 seconds and I'm already up to 1. This won't take very long. I'm curious if this will be able to even come close to matching regular. And right as morning begins to rise, we hit our Super Saiyan Grade 2. It got sped up a little bit because a few more zombies decided to come join the party, and I wasn't going to say no, they just sped things up a bit. So Super Saiyan Grade 2 at 50% maxes out at 3.3 times there. So confused why original says 97 there when it is in actuality like... Hold on, is that original minus whatever little boost we get from base mastery? That's interesting. Hold on, if I put 3 points in there... That's what my boost should be. I'm just going to do that. Just because it looks nicer when looking at this screen. I'm not sure what it will look like in base, though. So 3.3 times in Super Saiyan Grade 2. That's technically better than our legendary Super Saiyan max out power, I think, which was 3.2. But 3.3... 2.7, yeah, it is actually a fairly big chunk better. 269, 323, 252. I'm not going to remember those numbers, but I'll remember the very basics of them, basically. 269, 323, 262. 330, 396, and 297. Yeah, it's like an extra 60 points or something like that. Or 40, 45 points on all of these, basically. It's a fairly big jump. I didn't realize how effective that was going to be. This form, from what I was looking at while I was getting hit by all those zombies, seems to be a little bit harder to maintain. But it's a pretty small difference, like barely noticeable for the most part. So, let's go test it. Let's go test this thing out in a fight, shall we? We upped all of our stats. We did not up all of our skills. We did up our stats a little bit, but not our skills. Do I try this once without the skills, or do I just put the skills in now? I'm just gonna put the skills in now. So, meditation, I just want to max out. Let's up our defensive ones. And, like, I need 5 more points of mind, really. Why did I do just 5 points of mind? I'm going to put in the rest at some point. You know what, might as well get Key Sense up. I gave myself a whole bunch of extra TP points anyways. And Key Sense isn't actually going to help us in this fight, it just gives us a little bit of extra details about our opponents. So might as well. So, pretty sizable difference in power. We now know exactly how much health everything has. We already did, but that's whatever. I thought this told us battle power for some reason, but we need a scouter if we want that. Which I technically could make at this point. I might do that at some point. Anyways, we're quite a bit more powerful now. Let's try this again, shall we? Who do I start with? Oh. I can just do that? It's not easy. It definitely hurts. But I can just sort of stand and tank now. I was not paying attention to where we were at as... Really? I was not paying attention to how much ki we took from protection and all that. The fact that this is a 2-in-1 is what makes this so dangerous. Okay. But 16 is going to fall in just a moment here. I'm not sure how much of this is the skills and how much is just going grade 2 instead. This is feeling a pretty sizable amount better. Ooh, that did a chunk. Come on, 16. 16 falls. Now it's just you, 18, and I am about to run out of ki. Uh-oh. Eat a whole bunch of steak. Hold on, now it's one-on-one. I can lock on a bit more better now. Everything just drains so much ki, it's hard to actually maintain these. Oh, okay, that was dangerous. I think one of those last hits was actually getting shot in the back by the gunner there, but we managed it. I had to go so much stronger than I would originally meant to, and it still ended up eating up a whole bunch of supplies, like senzu beans and whatnot. 44364. By 45444. It seems Cell finally managed to absorb 17. Well, this doesn't look again. This doesn't look good. Kill Cell. Uh-oh. This is going to be a fight. I just maxed out a whole bunch of skills and gave myself a whole lot more stats, and I doubt we even have a chance. Maybe I should have Kaioken ready, just in case I need to up my power mid-fight. So, Cell. Hurts. Cell hurts. Ow, Cell teleports. Ow. The thing is, I started that fight before he started transforming. And I'm almost 100% sure this Cell also transforms just like the other one. I don't remember if this... I think this one is... I don't remember all of Cell's forms. This isn't his maxed out form. He technically has... Perfect Cell? I think it's called Perfect Cell, which is stronger. Ow. Defense penetration doesn't help. It only helps against players. Dash isn't going to be super useful, but it would make me go a bit faster, so maybe at some point. Same with jump. I mean, I could just get dash and jump to say I have all the skills. That is an option. If I had 10 mind, I could get God form right now, but I'm not even a Super Saiyan grade 2, so... Huh. When is grade 2? I know it's... when do you get Super Saiyan 2? I know it's mid-cell fight, but which part of the cell fight? Like, could I unlock it now if I wanted to? I don't think so. I don't remember how this arc finishes, but I believe you fight this cell, and then there's something else, and then you fight cell one more time. And I think it's during that final time you would actually get it. Let me look this up. I like to do these when it would be thematically correct to do these transformations. Okay, I forgot about a thing. So, technically speaking, I, story-wise, shouldn't go Super Saiyan 2 until the end of the Cell games, which isn't here yet. But there are other Super Saiyan forms that I forgot about. There are other grades of Super Saiyan 1 to look at. So if I go level 3 Super Form, I should now have access to Super Saiyan Grade 3, I think? Make sure I'm not on Kaioken. I completely forgot about this. Just to make sure, Super Form 1, Super Grade 2, correct? Super Form, I get so much weaker there, Grade 3. Yeah, Super Form Grade 3 is technically what we can max out now. Oh, we're big buff now. And there's technically one more grade of Super Form. If I go up one more level, I can get full power Super Saiyan. I forgot that these exist. Because usually if you're playing through this, you can more or less get by with Super Form until Super Saiyan 2. Anyways, I now have one more level, which means I should be able to go full power Super Saiyan. I think. Is this where it starts popping up in here, or no? Let me pop out of this. If I go like that... Full power Super Saiyan, there we go. From there, Super Saiyan Grade 2, Super Saiyan Grade 3. Okay, so that's how this works. So by going level... Yeah, Super Form level 4 gains us access to full power. Let's turn that off. I said turn off so I could get rid of the noise. So basically that makes Super Form 1 a little bit easier to maintain. 300, 360, 270. But Grade 2 is technically still a little bit stronger. Yeah, it gives a slight extra boost to dexterity and willpower, but strength remains the same, it looks like. What about Grade 3? I'm curious where Grade 3 maxes out, but the problem is, it's probably stronger than Grade 2, but I now have to go train this as well. I'm curious, I feel like one of these forms buffs strength, but not willpower. Or at least it doesn't buff willpower as much as it would buff the other two. Is it Grade 3? It might be. I need to wait till nighttime so I can actually train this up, though. This makes it a little bit bad. Thankfully, it's about to turn nighttime. Back to collecting a whole bunch of zombies and training up a form again. I'm curious. I wasn't expecting to do a whole bunch of form training today, but here we are. And once again, not taking nearly as long as I realistically think it will. It doesn't even take a full 10 minutes, probably closer to like 5 or 7. Super Saiyan Grade 3 is now mastered. Once again, right with the dawn. Okay. Funny how that worked out exactly like that twice. Anyway, Super Saiyan Grade 3, when maxed out, gives us 359 strength. Why am I getting the spinny wheel? 380 dex. That's not times 3. I have no idea what sort of multiplier is actually going on here. Doesn't seem like it's really 3 times 3.6 blah for all of these. Because 3.6 times 12, that's only like 3.125 or something like that. That's not the same. But it's close enough to 3.6 on some of these, I suppose. So 3.6. It is zero point 0.3 times better than Super Saiyan Grade 2. It's not a huge boost, but it is technically a boost. Although this form, when getting hit and using up ki protection and all that, is a little bit harder to maintain. I'm definitely using up ki a lot faster than I am with the other grades. Do we give... We're going to lose this fight. Let's have ki Scythe on. Do I? No, looking at the time, I was going to give Cell one more shot with this form. But we don't really have the time for a full fight if it ends up being actually lasting for a while. So that was going to have to wait till next time. As you can see, I've only been in this form for a little bit and I've already lost like a good 12th or so of that. Might as well just like drop some experience into there, because I'm going to just keep losing progress if I don't use up whatever experience I can get. I should probably enchant something at some point, see if being at a lower level will actually give me more experience force-wise. Because it's like so slow, it sometimes feels like it might be tied to what level you are, not how much experience towards the next level you get. I'm not entirely sure. There's our 8th out of 7 Dragon Balls, there we go. Anyways, this is probably a pretty good place to end things off. So, we're big and buff, we're a bit stronger now. Actually, a healthy bit stronger. A lot of skill upgrades, a lot of stat upgrades. And we're now maxed out as far as we can get without going Super Saiyan 2, which is kind of cool. But anyways, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care, everybody.